Welcome back to the Ultimate Iron Man. Of course, not going to beat around the bush. Last episode, we wiped lost most of our items. Very depressing. It was a whole ordeal, but we're not going to dwell on that at all. We are moving right on for that. My plan last episode, after the end, was to start working on construction and herb lore and get some nice POH upgrades. And while we can't do all of the upgrades, we can still do some of them right now. The first one we're going to do is we're going to come over here and make ourselves a gilded altar, which is going to get us 82 construction. And we also now have the best altar in our house. And then if we run right back down here, if we just go ahead and take a sip of this tea I've prepared, we can build a teleport spot, go ahead and make the fairy ring. So we now have a fairy ring in our house. Extremely useful. It means that we can essentially retire the quest point cape to the cape rep for now. It seems strange since we just got it, but that is the way things go because it's not as much more convenient for us to teleport to our house and use this than it is to just have one extra space to get it closer. Because most of the time we're going to want to refill our stats anyway. So it's very, very nice. But as you can see, before we get on anything else, my house is kind of a mess right now as far as organization goes, so I'm going to take a bit of time and try and get it into peak efficiency. I redecorated a bit. I made things much smaller. It's now 3x3. I think this is a decent setup. I had the fairy ring a little further away because I figured more often than not with the fairy ring we're going to be wanting to pray, restore our prayer, and then fairy ring. And even if we don't, it's only a teeny bit further just to run from here than it is to the spirit tree. Of course, if I ever need to do that other training methods, I might need to rearrange some things. But for how it is, I think it's pretty good. I've got the costume room down here, Portal Nexus still, and then I built an upstairs to get a couple other things. We've got armor over there, just extra combat room that I didn't want to get rid of because I have the undead combat dummy. Kitchen is up here, and then I built the study and just furnished it a little bit. The main thing I wanted though is we have this telescope, which I think if we look through, it should tell us about landing in the desert in the next 1 hour and 43 minutes to 1 hour and 45 minutes. That's a big window. Maybe that means there's already one here, but I don't know. I plan to visit that at some point in the future, but not quite right now. You might have noticed my inventory. I've got a little bit of crafting stuff, and that is because I did a teeny bit of training before that this morning. And when we make this coif here, that's going to get us 77 crafting. We can now make red d'hide bodies, and that is the first step of my prep list for what I want to do. That was the easier one, unfortunately. So next thing we're going to go on to is bits of experimentation to see which is going to be the best training method for fletching for us, because I would like to get to 80 fletching if possible. Figured I would do a bit of Wintertod to see if I could get just there mainly to see what the fletching XP was like. I've done 3 games and I got an extra Tome of Fire on my very first crate I opened. I pretty much expected it, but after trying Wintertod, cutting yews and cutting maples and fletching longbows, I determined that that's just the XP is not going to be fast enough as I thought. Making broad arrows is pretty much the only way to train fletching for our type of account, and unfortunately you need money for that. Now, I do think I have about 1 mil in Nightmare Zone, so I figured with that, I think we could get to 76, maybe 77 fletching if I used pretty much all my money, which still could work for my plan potentially. So right now I'm just going to grabbing logs that I can just cut into arrow shafts. I think I need about 40,000 arrow shafts to get to 76 fletching. Well, I didn't put in the fact that the price of the feathers too. Maybe we don't quite need that many. I don't know. I'm sure there's some easy way to do calculations for if you're making all the arrows yourself, but I don't know that. So we're just gonna keep doing this for a while, and we're gonna get a level pretty soon. So I'll check in with that. But until then, I think we're going to just keep going until I get the supplies. Any one of these, it's gonna be coming up. There it is, 72 fletching. Oh, I got distracted and missed it, but there's 82 woodcutting. Alright, we got all the supplies, and I figured we might as well do some pest control, because it's about the only thing we can passively do while working on this. I think I'm going to try and just sit by the Void Knight and make these and attack monsters if they come every now and then. I've got range set up because that's just mostly what I've got most of my gear for. And I really don't think I'm going to get that much combat experience, just enough to be able to stay active. Well, we missed the first boat, so I think we're going to get a level while we're waiting here. Yeah, 73. Well, I got left in the boat, so I guess we'll get another level here. I think that all of our levels have been outside the game so far. But that's fine, as long as we're getting them. Yep, 74, Fletching. Ooh, finally got a level. Finally got a level inside the game. There's 75. As you can see, I miscalculated how many I would need, so I'm going to have to grab some more supplies at some point here in a bit. We might snag the last one. Yeah, 76, right before the level ends. I see I got a little bit more than I thought I needed just to be safe that time. Hey. We got a Hespori seed when I was just using up a couple. I had some Raynor seeds in my inventory, and I figured I'd use them up. So I only had one stack for my inventory, and we managed to get a Hespori seed, which is our first one in a good long while. Alright, and now the reason for all of the things that have been happening so far. If I go ahead and hopefully not burn this pie, awesome. Eat this real quick. If I had preserve, I would use it right now, but with that, we can boost up to 80 fletching and make a magic short bow. Which, of course, we've had magic short bows in the past, but I want a way to be able to semi-reliably make them. I can also save the half whenever I buy one. That's something that's good to know. But I want to head to the wilderness. I don't think there's any better time when I do have a looting bag right now, but we hardly have anything in it. So the idea is we'll be able to have a small death pile where I won't have to worry about getting a looting bag. So I literally only need to leave. I'm still going to leave myself at least a good 5-10 minutes just to be safe. But I'll be able to just worry about being able to run back and just not have to worry about getting a looting bag. Just grab everything I have, no extra trips, and get it. It'll be simple to go back and forth between the wilderness because I think it's about time. There's a couple things I want to do, but the main thing is I want a dragon pickaxe. And I have a couple different plans for what to do, but my main goal, my main plan A, we'll say, I have some plan B's and C's if we need to, but plan A is to kill Venenatus, because I like Venenatus the most. It's the easiest to save spot, assuming you don't get interrupted by PKers. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with for first, and if we have to do anything else, then those plans, I'll let you know about those plans if we need to use them. So, wilderness. The plan will be to get the gear I am wearing right now, every single life, arrows, subject to change. But other than that, everything else is ideally the same, where I would be able to grab this. If I died, I'd be able to grab all this stuff again, and then suicide and pick it up again. So I have set my respawn to Prif, and I think most of the time people pickpocket the elves around here to die. I don't have a level for that yet, so I'll just be attacking the guards and letting them kill me. It should go by pretty quick. They're kind of strong. I would just start right now, but unfortunately it's almost like 5:30 on a Monday, which I think is just about when peak time starts for wilderness activity. So I don't think I'm going to bother with that quite yet. I'll go ahead and just wait until tomorrow and try and play during the day some if I can. We'll see how that goes. So for now, I think I will just do some Gauntlet. That's what I plan to do in my spare time. And also, it's my main idea for how to get arrows. It's not guaranteed, but you do get them fairly commonly, I feel like. And of course, it's just a good way to, passively make money in our downtime. So that is what I'm going to do today for now. And, during whenever I get, bummed when I get killed by a PK or something like that, this is where you expect me to be. And also, I just really enjoy doing Gauntlet in general, even though we can't do Corrupted yet. Took a minute and all my food, but safe spot is up, and we're already lagging. But hopefully it means it doesn't ever stop in the game world. So yeah, we're still fine. Well, we saw somebody come up, and we also are not going to be able to do this with broad arrows, unfortunately. Just not quite strong enough. We are finally getting close. This has taken absolutely ages to get down this far. Adamant arrows are definitely not going to work either. They were only +3 range strength. I thought they were more than that. So we're definitely going to try rune after this. And I hope that works a little bit, because this has taken probably the better part of 10 minutes, which is not really going to be worth it in my time. I think we can do... my plan B is Chaos Elemental, like flinching that, but I'd rather not do that because, one, I've never done it before, and two, I know it's like further away, so if we actually like do get a drop, we're going to have to run, you know, a decent bit, and I think it's more active PK spot, but we'll see what happens. And of course, I'm going to have to end up editing this. Oh, is it? Did we finally get it? We did. Look at that. Oh, wow. Well, fantastic drop right off the bat. I will absolutely take that. Almost a 1 mil drop for our first Venenatus KC. But yeah, definitely going to hope the rune arrows go a little bit better. Ooh, kill number 2 for coins. Ooh, that's got to be it, right? Yep. Looting bag, super restored, dark crabs. Got an elite clue from Gauntlet during my breakfast break, and we got the casket. So let's see what we get. Ring of Wealth back, Dragonstone Ring. That's actually pretty cool. Since I haven't died once yet, so it's not as dying as often as I thought it would be, I decided to upgrade Barrow's Gloves and Archer Helm, which is going to take us from 124 range to not 128, a little bit more than that, 130. So not much, but hopefully that'll be, you know, make our kills a little bit, maybe a little faster potentially, but we'll see. Yay. Get out of here. No kill again. You love to see it. Ooh, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I want to catch it. We're gonna get a range level here in a second. There it is. It's 83. Just had a real good run. Beat my PB by over a minute. I think it was 7:43 before. That was an insane run. My recorder just stopped randomly for some reason, but as you can see here, we just had 100 KC at the normal Gauntlet. I got up a little earlier than I normally would today, hence why I'm so tired, and not only is it an update day, it's going to be a longer one apparently, so we might not get the advantage of in the wildy early. But hey, we will be checking out this fishing boss, maybe today, if not next episode. Alright, all the specific worlds they added for this minigame are full. There's only 4 of them and they all had 2,000 people, so I'm just on like world 1 or 2 right now, and there's a decent amount of people, so we'll see how this goes. Just finished my 3rd game, and I think I'm gonna call it here. Let's see what these rewards are. This is a pretty nice mini game. It's definitely a fun way to train fishing, and I also think people are making the joke. I think it's different enough from Wintertod to, you know, be distinct. It's not just a copy paste. There are similarities, sure, but it's different enough. I need a net. Speak to me if you need one. Okay, take net. How about you just not need a net? Look at that. Or like have him help you. Cannonballs, not super useful for us, but hey, at least we got a kill. That's what I'm mainly happy about. Oh, I'll take rubies. Oh, that was gonna be a 4-kill trip, then a PKer had to show up. Ooh, rubies, sweet. We are coming up on the tail end of a grind I've been working on for a long time. I decided to do it passively rather than just doing it actively. Okay, so I need a dig site panel. I didn't know if I needed to enchant this or not. But once I do that, I have the last ruby on me. This is why I got so excited at those exchange my runes and rubies for dig site. Oh, look at that curator's medallion. That's why I got excited at those ruby drops from Venenatis and also from Gauntlet, because we've just been slowly working. You did 250 rubies that you had to, you couldn't just keep them all loaded at once. You had to bring them in chunks. So I guess I could have kept one stack, but I've just been doing it every now and then. Finally got another unique drop. We got a crystal weapon seed, which I'm actually going to hold on to because we'll need a crystal shield whenever we go do the... Well, not need, but I'm going to want a crystal shield for when I do the fight caves. We got an early morning elite clue from Gauntlet, and I will also be storing my Amulet of Glory in this stash for the time being, because it was easy to make, and also, like, if we have to, Dragon Battle Axe and Legend Cape we can get rid of and then buy back again to store it in here, so it's not a huge deal. And from the casket we get, full rune and a master and a magic seed. Oh, a Dragonstone, cool. Yeah. This is an important one because this is going to be 125 normal Gauntlet KC. My prep time was very long there, and that kill was going right at first, and then I started kind of teetering off at the end there. But coins and battle staffs, that is fine. That is actually going to be where I call normal Gauntlet for now. I've been trying for the last couple kills to try and do more long-term strategy. Like you see, prep time was 7:23. I think before it was 6. Okay, that was a little bit faster because that was an prep. But I really want to try send in some corrupted after this. You look over here, we have 125 normal, 19 deaths. I've only got my 1 corrupted KC and the 6 decks from the other times I've tried. 5 of those were before I got the 1 completion, and then I did 1 more like a day or 2 ago, and I just tried and it didn't go super great. But I think I've been trying to strategy down, trying to make sure I always finish before 7:30. It involves getting it's like tier 2 helmet and legs and tier 1 body. I think that's gonna be the best bang for your buck protection as far as how many resources you actually need to get, and the amount of time you can get. And I'm really hoping I can get a couple out through my stats because I'd love to have higher chances for the uniques and also just more money, because I need both of those right now. Yes! I got excited after explaining all that, so I figured I'd try and send it corrupted, and we got it. Yes, I'm really happy. What do you get anything from that? D Halberd, Rune Chain Body, a whole lot of money. Good lord, that's what I'm talking about. I think I'll admit that was probably the best scenario. I had full inventory of food, bow, staff, fully upgraded. It was pretty spoon fed. So definitely gonna keep trying some of that. But I'm happy to know that it's not impossible. Beat by PB by 2 seconds. We're now up to 5 kills here in the corrupted. I die more than I don't. I think I probably die like every 3 times, although I'm getting a little better. That was a back-to-back right there, my first one, although it was close. But I'm going to call it here. This has been a different episode. Again, it's weird. It feels so long ago that I wiped, even though it was like just about a week ago. But like I said, we're just pushing right through. My goal for next episode, I want to get to at least 10 corrupted KC to get on the high scores. We've already got one of my goals, which is 3.4 million cash, because next episode we are getting 85 construction. It's not as far as I thought it was. We've got the money for it, so I'm just going to power through and get that done because it comes with some major upgrades. And that is going to be all for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, I appreciate if you could give this video a like and maybe subscribe to see where I go next. Like I said, 85 construction is the goal next. Finally be able to get rid of this twisted Slayer helmet, or just Slayer helmet, not imagine it's twisted. Put it in a stash unit, and among other things. We're going to need money for that, though, so I'm going to keep going on Gauntlet. I've also been working a little bit on the Temporos, the new fishing boss, as you can see by my inventory setup, and they just today changed some rules for it. I think the biggest among them is UIMs can now keep up to 8,000 reward charges rather than 10, which is kind of annoying because I was AFKing while I was editing this video there, and having to stop every couple trips to go get your rewards is kind of annoying because the rewards themselves are not super great. But until next time, thank you all so much for watching, and have a good one.